Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review and showing you some swatches of the brand new Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paints that were recently released. Fenty released 3 new shades. This one is called Undefeated, this one is called Unattached, and this one is called Unlocked. So 3 very different shades to what they have released in the past. I've got all of the Stunna Lip Paint shades. If you just do a little search on my channel, you should come up with other videos where I have demoed the other shades. Formula is exactly the same as it has been in the past. It's quite runny, which means that you're easily able to maneuver it and move it around on your lips without it drying too quickly, and they generally have quite a comfortable feel to them because of the fact that they are quite runny. The ones that are thicker, for example what I'm wearing now is Anastasia Beverly Hills Maude, because it's so thick and intensely pigmented, it does start to feel slightly uncomfortable after a little while. I don't have that issue with any of the Stunna Lip Paints, including these 3 as well. My issue only is with the way that they tend to perform. Now, the best performing one out of all of them is this dark one here called Undefeated, and this one is a deep sultry plum shade. It's kind of like an off plum purple sort of colour, and it's very, very pigmented, very intense, and wears beautifully on the lips. It only tends to start to wear away on the inside of your mouth if you eat something oily, because it's generally oil-based products that tend to remove liquid lipsticks anyway. Fortunately, they decided to try and attempt to do one of the most difficult shades that I find that brands cannot get perfectly, and it's the bright coral shade. Now, I've had MAC normal lipsticks of this shade, I've had liquid lipsticks, and the only problem is that it applies beautifully. I can see my natural lip colour through it. It does not dry down opaque. It's patchy in places. The more you try to layer it, the more patchier it becomes. It settles within the lines of my lips, and towards the end of the day I had a very obvious line going around and around. I wiped it off, put it on again, and it happened again, and that happens literally after I'd say about 2 hours of wear, which is awful considering these are £19 lipsticks. It's got something to do with the pigment that is used to create this shade that causes that patchiness and that unevenness to happen, and I have not yet come across a brand that has been able to do this shade successfully, in that it is rich, opaque in colour, and does not go patchy. So unfortunately this shade in particular is not a favourite of mine at all. This one here, Unlocked, which is a bright hot pink shade, beautiful, beautiful colour, wears beautifully on the lips throughout the day, but the only issue with this is because it is bordering on the kind of pigment used in this one, unfortunately that first layer I can still see my natural lips through it. I have to apply 2 layers of this, and that is the only way that I will get full pigment over the lips. Once that happens, it looks gorgeous. There's no fading or flaking or any uncomfortableness throughout the day. So in that respect, this one has managed to save itself where this one couldn't. So all in all, I would not recommend this, especially if it's a £19 lipstick. Like I said, it's not cheap, and you are kind of wary about ordering something online. I would kind of leave this one, especially if you're not really in the market for that colour. If you're looking for a gorgeous hot pink, you will definitely like it. Like I said, Fenty lipsticks are very comfortable to wear. They are a little bit runny, but once you let it dry down slightly and layer it, it will look gorgeous. And this is definitely the shade that I would recommend out of all 3 of them. It's beautiful, it's opaque, it looks gorgeous, and it will go with all skin tones. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove the one that I'm wearing. I'm going to reapply at the end because it goes with my look, and I'm just going to use petroleum jelly Vaseline to remove my liquid lipstick, and then I will show you the swatches. Just a very quick close-up of what it looks like for those of you that may be new to Fenty and haven't seen this before. So it comes in this, I think it's glass container with this conical kind of lid, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, I hate their doe foot applicator. It's such an awkward shape. You've got to be very, very careful when applying it to your lips. I don't understand why it's ridged like that. I think a normal doe foot applicator would have been fine, but that's just Fenty's style. So you just got to remember when applying it, do it slowly, because once the liquid lipstick dries, it's very difficult to manipulate and move and change. Oh my god, you guys, look at it. It's gorgeous. I'm in love with it. It's beautiful. It's so intense. It's so in your face. It's just perfect. That was one layer, complete opacity. It blends beautifully onto the lips. It didn't bleed. It doesn't bleed. That's another one of the reasons why I like these liquid lipsticks a lot. That even though they're quite runny, they don't actually bleed at all. It feels comfortable. It's starting to dry down. And that's another reason why I love it. That even though I find it difficult using the doe foot applicator, did you see the way that I basically filled in the edges was just by smushing my lips together? And the liquid naturally will fill out those areas so that you don't actually make any mistakes at all. But I absolutely love this shade. So this is Undefeated. Okay, so here is Unattached, and oh my god, it gets all over my teeth, this one does. Like, you know, if you put lipstick on your lips and then it just goes all over your teeth, yeah, this is one of those. And I can see my natural lip colour. I can see, can you see the lines already starting to appear on my lips where this has started to settle? And it's already started to develop, like where the product has bunched up on my lip line right here. And it's not even fully dry yet. Like, what the hell? That's what I mean when I say this one. Colour's nice, but when you get up close, ugh, it's just like a hot mess. Okay, so this is one layer of Unlocked. And I'm not sure if you could tell while I was applying it, you could still see my natural lip colour through it. Now, I haven't applied 2 layers on purpose because I want you guys to see what it looks like with one layer. It's actually not too bad, especially if you apply quite a lot of liquid at the same time. That will stop you having to apply another layer, because personally I don't like to apply more than one layer unless it's absolutely necessary when it comes to liquid lipsticks, just because then when they dry they start to become very uncomfortable and they can just feel very drying on the mouth. But this shade is definitely a beautiful, vibrant, hot pink, perfect for the spring and summer season. Okay, so that's it for the lip swatches. Just an additional FYI, again, if you've never used the STUNNA Lip Paints before, they are transferable because they're so liquidy. They never completely dry down completely. There's always a slight bit of residue on your mug, on your cup, if you were to give somebody a kiss. However, that does not mean that the colour fades or comes off of the lips. It's just like that extra residue that's always there. So I've never found that I've ever had to top up any of these lipsticks except for this one, which I've given you the reasons why already. But overall, the STUNNA Lip Paints are of a really good quality. Definitely check out some of their other shades, the red one, Uncensored. Shout outs to Harvey Nichols, where I bought these from. That's the only stockist in the UK that sells Fenty Beauty. They accidentally sent me the original red one, the uncensored one, and I complained, and then they managed to get this to me within quite a short period of time. So very, very good customer service. Other than that, there's not much else I can say. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.